It is time to get paid, my friend. In this video, we're going to be talking about whether or not you should charge for your first ever course or your beta course. And hey guys, if we haven't met before, I'm Brandy. I am a college instructor, a CPA, and an online course creator. And I help people like you create, price, and launch their very first course. So in this video, we're going to go through what is a beta course, if you should charge for it, and then as a general rule, how much you should charge for your beta course. So I'll put the timestamps over here and it's in the description so that you guys can flip around to wherever you like in the video. All right, so what is a beta course? For a lot of course creators, they call a beta course the first time they ever launch a course. So for example, the first time I ever launched my YouTube course, when I pre-sold it, we would have considered that a beta launch. And so it's basically the first run through of a course for a course creator. And I know a lot of people use this terminology, but I actually think it sounds rather negative. And I think this has a really negative connotation actually, because when I think of a beta launch in software, like when a software program first comes out, it has so many bugs and so many glitches in it, and it's just like, not good. Whereas the first time a course comes out, yes, it could be the first time you're running it, but your first time might actually be the best that you ever teach that class because you were so enthusiastic and so excited to work with your students. So just because it's the first run through of a course does not mean it can be crappy, quite honestly. So I like to call it either like a founding member launch or a exclusive first access or something like that, just to make it sound a little bit more positive instead of like, hey, do you want my crappy product? Nobody wants that. All right, so now let's get into whether you should charge for your first run through of your course. And my answer is a resounding yes. Please charge for your first run through of your course. And I have a few reasons for this, so let's go through them. The first reason is that I think when people pay for things, they take it more seriously. My husband and my dog just came home, so I had to shut the door. So we're just changing up the scenery a little bit, but we're gonna roll with it because I wanna keep going. This is what happens when you have a YouTube channel and you live in a 2-bedroom apartment in the pandemic and have nowhere else to go for filming. So one of the first reasons that you want to charge for the first run through of your course is because you want students to get results. And this sounds kind of funny, you have to charge people for them to get results. But there's this super cheesy saying, and it's like those who pay attention or something along those lines. But basically, like, we want people to have skin in the game to get themselves results. So we want the people who are willing to make the investment in their time and their money to actually do the work, right? If people are coming in just because something is free, they're not necessarily committed to getting the results. They might have just signed up because they're like, oh, this is a good deal, and maybe I'll take it 5 years down the road, or maybe I'll have it in my email whenever I want to use it. We want people who are actually willing to invest in themselves and take the steps to take action and get the result. And the reason that this is so important for your first course is, one, the whole reason you're teaching a course is to get people results. And number two, you want awesome testimonials. And if your students aren't doing the work and aren't getting results, you're not going to have testimonials in order to sell your course again. So it all comes full circle. Like, we want to sell our course and then we want to be amazing teachers for our students. We want them to take the steps, we want them to put in the work, and then we want them to be our best ambassadors out in the world to tell other people, hey, you should take this course because I got these amazing results from it. And that just doesn't happen if people aren't putting in the work. The next reason is that you want your ideal clients in the first run through of your course. And this kind of goes hand in hand with what I was just saying, but essentially we want people in the course who are willing to pay for the course. So when we're building our course, we think about our ideal student. Who is the student we want in the course in order to get them some results? We think about where the student is starting at and where we're going to take them through for their transformation and where they'll end up at the end of our course. So your ideal student is a very specific type of person. You're picking like their beginning point and their ending point for them. We want people who fit that beginning point to pay for our course. And the people who are willing to pay for the course are going to be the people who are at that starting point, right? And so they are more likely to go through and give you really good feedback on your course. You can see where they're getting stuck. You can see where something is making sense or not making sense for them. You can see where they're taking action or not getting results, and you can update your course based on that feedback that you're getting from them. But if you offer your beta course for free, you're going to get not only the people who would have been willing to pay for your course, you're also going to get all these other people out there in the universe who wouldn't have paid for your course if you had charged for it. And so this becomes really important because we want the feedback just from our ideal student. Okay, so if someone who's not your ideal student is giving you feedback on your course, it doesn't really matter because they are not the person you made this for. And so I'm going to give you an example for this. So my course about profitably launching your first course is geared towards female entrepreneurs. And the reason it's geared towards female entrepreneurs is because there are certain things that women deal with in business and in life in general that men just don't have any idea about. And so I market it specifically to females. All right. If men want to take it, they're welcome in there, but my marketing is all to females. And so if I give this course for free and I had a whole bunch of females and a whole bunch of males sign up, the men might be like, oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here that doesn't really apply to me. And that feedback wouldn't be very useful because my course is directly related to the female entrepreneur experience. It's not related to the guy's experience. Sorry, guys. So really, charging a price for your beta course is your way of weeding out all the people who wouldn't have paid for your course in the first place. So you're essentially weeding out all those people whose feedback doesn't really matter to the end result of your course. I really think that you should charge for the first run through of your course because you're going to get one, money in your pocket. And I feel like I say that in every video. I want you to make money. Number two, you're going to get the right students in there giving you feedback. Number three, those who pay attention. If somebody pays for a product and invests in themselves, they're more willing to take the steps, get results, and give you awesome testimonials later on. All right, so the last part of this video is let's talk about how much you should charge for the first run through of your course. And so what I like to do is I like to think about how much you're eventually going to charge for this course and then work backwards from that. So for example, my signature program, Profitably Launch Your First Course, is a $2,000 program, which is a very, very high price point for an online course. So when I did my first run through, it wouldn't have made sense for me to charge like 99 bucks for this program because the people who are willing to pay $99 for a course and the people who are willing to pay $2,000 for a course are very different people. If I would have come in at $99 and gotten feedback for my course at $99, the feedback may not have been relevant to a person who would be willing to pay $2,000 for a course. And so the first time I ran through my course, I wanted to give people like a significant discount to get butts in seats, to get people in the door, to get them results, work with them, work through my program and get feedback and make updates based on that. But I also knew I wanted to charge a higher price point because my course was eventually going to be a very high price point. So what I did is I decided to come in at $747 for my initial offering for my course. And then the next time I offered it for $1297, and then I brought it up to $1997. So I kind of did like a ladder method of bringing it up, but I was very conscious not to charge like 10% of the value of the eventual price. I charged like a third of it. So generally speaking, if you charge like a third or a half of what you're eventually going to charge for your course, that's kind of a nice place to be. You still get money in your pocket, you still get good testimonials, but it's not such a huge leap then to your eventual course price. And I find that people, generally speaking, when I ask them how much they want their course to be eventually, they have a gut feeling about how much they want to sell it for. So go based on that. And there is nothing to say that you can't just come out and charge your price from the get-go. And so I could have come out and said like, look, I've been teaching college for 7 years. I know I'm a good teacher and I can just charge $2,000 out of the gate. For me, I decided to make a discount on my first couple of run-throughs of the course. But if you're confident and you were like, yep, I'm going to charge $2,000 right out of the gate, then just go for it. You just need to have confidence in your price. So all of that is to say that yes, I think that you should charge for your first run through of the course or your beta course if you want to call it that. Not the biggest fan of that name, but yes, you should definitely charge for your beta course. And if you found this helpful, please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel for more tips on YouTube and course creation. Bye.